Hi, this is Allan Pruss, Michael Pruss, and Des Robinson, and we're doing Chapter 8, Firms, Stock Market, and Corporate Governance. Hope you enjoy. A sole proprietorship is a firm owned by a single individual. An example of this is a local small business such as an IT consultation service. An advantage is controlled by the owner, and a disadvantage is unlimited personal liability. Next, we have a partnership. A partnership is a firm owned jointly by two or more persons. Most law and accounting firms are partnerships. An advantage of a partnership is the ability to share work, and the disadvantage is limited ability to raise funds. Lastly, we have a corporation. Most large firms are organized as corporations. An example of this would be Apple. One advantage is limited personal liability, and one disadvantage is costly to organize. This pie chart is an example of the number of firms. Sole proprietorships hold 72% of firms, corporations 18% of firms, and partnerships 10% of firms. The following graph shows a decline in new firms as a percentage of all firms in the United States today. The stock market is the aggregation of buyers and sellers of stocks, which represent ownership claims on businesses. These may include securities listed on a public stock exchange, as well as those traded privately. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is an index of the stock prices of 30 large U.S. corporations. The S&P 500 is an index prepared by Standard & Poor's Corporation and includes the stock prices of 500 large U.S. firms. The NASDAQ Composite Index, which includes the stock prices of more than 4,000 firms whose shares are traded in the NASDAQ stock market.
Corporate governance is the processes and relations by which corporations are controlled and directed. A form of corporate governance includes the financial statements of a company. This can include the income statement, as well as a balance sheet and other internal documents. The financial crisis of 2008 was a big reason why corporate governance is very important in today's firms. This graph details the lead-up to the massive market crash in 2008. The financial crisis began on Wall Street with the large investment banks. They lent mortgages to almost any person or family that asked for them. This led to an increase in mortgage defaults because everyone who had a mortgage could not afford it, and the banks themselves knew this would happen. Eventually, the market failed and Congress had to step in and increase government regulation and consumer protection.